Well, hey, man. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and talk about life after lockup. Let's get into it. Okay. Put a little some on my hands, honey. This stuff smells good, y'all. I got this stuff from Bath and Body Works. It was free, so I went in there and got it. This champagne, apple, and honey. This stuff smells, it smells so good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this review real quick. All right, they got some not so interesting characters, or at least they done added at least what I feel like it's two of them. It's like at least two couples that I could care less to not see. For the most part, I feel like we was missing some people from last week. And y'all already know how I feel about Brittany and Marcelino or whatever. But I feel like their storyline, she trying to give a little something. And speaking of Brittany, so she had to meet up with her homegirl. Y'all know she didn't put her money. She didn't put her money into this pool because the plan is for them to take this money, invest it, and get like some type of safe home or whatever, I guess for the people that need to go into rehab or whatnot. So that's what they're trying to do. And unfortunately, all that money got taken up. So it was quite a few people that put in like 10,000, 7,000, 8,000. They put in a good amount of money. And they put it into the account of a person that they felt as though was not a felon. They felt as though this person was good. He told them, look, I work at the Pentagon and all of that stuff. So they just took his word for it, right? So when she links up with her homegirl, she ends up seeing that there is a police officer there because that's what homegirl called. And she was like, well, why didn't you tell me it was a police officer here? And the girl, I was like, why didn't you tell her that? She said, I didn't know if he was going to be able to meet us, so I didn't want to say no name. Like, girl, you could have still told her that you reached out to somebody like him, whether he was going to make it or not. But anyway, so she said that she was kind of feeling like a snitch. Like, do you think that we're kind of feeling like a snitch if we, tell him that this guy took our money? I'm like, Brittany, you must be worried about something else. It can't be because of you being a snitch. Because this man took 7,000 of your dollars and everybody else's, girl. You should definitely be snitching right about now. Okay? So, what else happened? She goes and she sits down with the cop. She sits down with the cop. They're having a conversation. He asks her, like, did y'all have a contract? Did y'all have any contract? Okay, y'all ain't have no contract. So y'all really just went off his word and everything it was that he said and told y'all that he do. So that's what it was. Okay. So they stuck. And I was glad he had that conversation with them. Like, I know that y'all are just now getting out of prison or however long y'all been out for some time, but y'all not stupid. You can't just be out here taking the person's word for it. You need to see some type of credentials. Y'all should have drafted up some type of paperwork or something. It just only made sense. What else happened? Her friend says that she tried to reach out to him, hasn't gotten any contact or anything like that. So the plan is he's going to do some research pretty much and see if he probably could get a hold of them himself and just see what's going on. In the meantime, he wants them to like go do like do a police report. And we'll just see how that's going to go for them. So that's what's going on with Miss Brittany, okay? She still hasn't told Marcelino any news, anything. He don't know nothing about what's going on. And I can't wait till he find out what's really tea. What else we got going on? Okay, great. All right, so what else is going on? So Kristiana and John. Now, y'all know he done sat up there and wouldn't have flirted with the sister and stuff. Probably did a little more off camera, honey, because he wouldn't do it on camera. We don't know. But Miss Kristiana still feeling a way about it. She ain't too sure about things. And I don't blame her necessarily because I feel like her mom and her sister has spent more time with him than they've spent time with him. Okay, or at least then she spent time. So her family has spent more time with him than she's actually spent time with him. So I feel like, girl, ain't no telling what was going on when them cameras was away. And so he tells her that nothing has happened, but of course we don't know. Okay, we don't know. His daughter comes over and she ends up jumping on his case as well because she felt like he was wrong for even flirting with her sister while she was locked up. And I just feel like if he's talking about he flirted, he did a little more. Okay, I feel like he at least kissed her too. He just wouldn't kiss her on camera. Period. So later on, we can see where he's like, he wants to let her know and show her how much he loves her. So what he ends up doing is doing a photo shoot. Girl, what kind of ghetto country mess is this? He wanted to do a Bonnie and Clyde photo shoot. I said, what kind of Okay, so that's what they end up doing, but she don't look too excited about it at all. And I ain't really blame this girl. She didn't look too excited about it. John also gets down on his knee and asks her to marry him again because originally he wasn't able to give her the wedding that she wanted. And so now he's at a place where he wants to do that. But she was standing up there looking like, you want to do what? Baby, I'm over here considering leaving you, and you over here trying to do, like, that's not adding up. I'm thinking about leaving you, sir. So that's that with Kristiana and John. Moving on, let's talk about Shawn and Sarah. I can't stand Shawn, and I'm probably gonna say that every time I say his name. He really irks me. He does. So he's meeting this new girl named Sarah that he's known for quite some time. And she's about to get out of prison. She was locked up for 6 years, and it was really interesting to find out what she was locked up for, because I was like, have y'all shown us? Have y'all told us? Like, what is it? What was going on? And they finally let us know that she actually went to prison for involuntary manslaughter. And I was like, wow. And she went on to let us know that she sold and she, I guess, assisted somebody in, that's what I said, Aries 209. I said the same exact thing. I hope she does. I hope she does. I mean, if she ghosts him, I'll be okay with that too. Just ghost him. Don't even hit him up no more. Just peace out. I would love that. So she said that she got locked up for 6 years for involuntary manslaughter. So she sold and she assisted this person with using heroin. And unfortunately, that person ended up dying. And because of that, she had to be locked up for 6 years. So she gets out. And the way he was talking about her body and stuff. So when he went to the house and he wanted to fix her some liquor, and then he mixed it up with some smoothie and stuff. That was some new stuff I ain't never seen before. Putting some liquor in a cup and then turning around and taking a smoothie and pouring it. I was just so confused by it. But she ended up liking it, so I guess. And mind you, he hasn't seen her ever. They've only had phone calls. He's seen one photo of her, and that was back when she was I guess in prison when she first got in there. So he hasn't seen anything new. But the way he kept talking about her made me wonder, is he going to be getting the okie doke and not what he was expecting her to be? But to all of our surprise, she was exactly what he expected her to be. Exactly. She was petite, slim. She had everything going on. That's what he liked. Okay. And I was like, all right, I guess. I mean, she definitely looked better than Destiny. I have to give her that. What else is going on? So she says that Shawn is older and mature. I said, yikes. Well, girl, I hate for you to find out the real deal about him. You think he's mature, but he's not. And he's a liar. So I can't wait till you find that part out. What else happened? So while they're in the car, yes, and I was just going to get to this, Aries. Do you think Sarah has any kids? I do. I feel like when she was in the car and she got on the phone and she was like, oh, it's my mom. And she's speaking to somebody. I felt like, and the person was like, do you have me on speakerphone? I kind of felt like it was either her child she was speaking to. It could have been her mom talking to her about her child, or it could be that she has like another girl, like a girlfriend or something like that. But ultimately, I feel like she got a child, and she probably got more than one, possibly. That's what I'm thinking, that she left behind and probably has to work on getting back custody of that child or something. So yes, I do think that she has kids. Absolutely, I do. I can't wait to see, because when I saw the preview, I'm wondering what Shawn's reaction is going to be to Sarah for her having these kids, because you, sir, have been withholding information from her since the very beginning. She didn't know anything about Destiny. And then here it is, she's about to come out. She don't know your real age, so you're lying about that. And she don't know how many kids you got. She don't know that you have any kids. And when you do tell her, I feel like he's not going to tell her how many he actually has. So Shawn is full of shit, period. But when she exposed the truth to him, it seems like she's going to have a little bit of guilt for kind of leading him on. Hey, Sharon, I feel like she's going to have a little bit of guilt of leading him on, but it's like, girl, that's gonna go away very quickly once you find out what all he's been hiding from you. And I do feel like Destiny may resurface in some capacity. I don't know if it's gonna be a family member that's gonna go to him and try and get in touch with him for Destiny, but I definitely believe that Destiny's probably gonna resurface at a later time. It only makes sense. So let's move on to Amber and Puppy, because I never really got into, I think I probably kind of stopped watching this show around the time when they were on it. They just aren't really like, I don't understand their 100% purpose. Hey, Sam J. I'm over here like, why we just couldn't get Lamar and the other girl because they batshit crazy. Okay. Why we couldn't get them or a whole nother couple? Why did y'all have to bring back these two? But we'll just get into it. So Amber is having a hard time getting in touch with Puppy. Y'all know Puppy wanted to be with her. She wasn't really featuring her on that same level. It was like, girl, we was just messing around in the jail, girl. We wasn't really going steady or anything like that. So the girl really wants to be with her. Amber's not really in the same place as Miss Puppy. So after that, it seems like things were going downhill for Puppy. So Amber has had a hard time getting in contact with her. So she stops by her mom's house where she finds out that her mama ain't even talked to her in 2 weeks. So her mama don't know what the hell going on. But she does have an address for where her daughter could possibly be. And with that information, Puppy definitely plans on stopping by. She's concerned because, girl, if you're not at your mama's house, this is what's on the paperwork. This is a part of the record. So you could be going to jail again for violating your parole. What you say, Sam? I could have done without Puppy and Amber. Absolutely. Me too. At this point, I'll take Sarah and what's that dude? What's Sarah boyfriend or baby daddy name? I can't even think of his name. The black boy, she had the cute little girls or whatever. I can't even think of the boy name, but I would take them. I think it was Sarah, Megan, and I can't even think of his name. But I watched them before I sit up here and watch Puppy and Amber. But I guess I ain't got no choice but to watch them. Let's move on. Amber tells Queen, because she get back to the house, and she ready to go ahead and find and go on this search and everything for Miss Puppy. Okay, she tells her, listen, Puppy been missing, but I got an address for her. Her mama ain't seen her. I don't know what's going on. I kind of love Queen's reaction because Queen was kind of like, girl, that ain't our territory. Michael, that's what it is. Thank y'all. Michael. Miss Queen was like, girl, that's not our territory. Why is we finna run up over there? Girl, she ain't really my friend like that. She your friend. She's cool by association, girl. You want me to go do what? She said, give me the address, honey. I'll look it up and see what's going on. And that's what she did. She talking about when she pull up addresses, she like to look for boarded up houses and everything. I don't know why that made me laugh so much when she said that. I want to know who is looking after Puppy's child. Puppy got a child? Puppy has a child? I wonder if her mom is looking after that baby or if the daddy probably got it. Or did she give it up? That's messy. I would take crazy Andrea and I can't think of Lamar. Andrea and Lamar. Yeah, I would take them too. Or Megan, Michael, and Sarah. Then Puppy. But Queen wasn't really featuring it. She decided to go ahead and look up the details. So she's like, girl, let me get on over here and see what I can find. And from that, they both decided to go over there and stake out at this house. They pull up at the house. The house looks like, I can't say nobody lived there. Even though they say nobody lived there, I'm like, nah, I think somebody lived there. They just ain't there right now. So they just sat in the car for a minute. Eventually, she ends up getting out to go and knock on the door. So we'll find out what all's going to happen over there. But while they were in the car waiting, Queen brought up Sammy because obviously Amber is dating a new guy named Sammy. And she's all giddy about him because he done took her out. He done gave her a card expressing his feelings and stuff like that. But meanwhile, Miss Queen is like, I don't trust homeboy. You could like him all day, but it's something about him that's off about him, and I'm gonna find out what it is. Okay, 20 years probation is brutal. You mean for who? For Puppy? For her not being at their house? If they find out that she ain't been at their house? So yeah, that's that about Amber and Puppy. I feel like last week's episode gave more than this week's episode. Is it just me? It didn't really give a whole lot. But let's move on to Brittany and Ray. Let me check this poll out first before I get into Brittany and Ray. Because I feel like, yeah, I don't think the episode gave us a whole lot. As I'm looking through this, it wasn't a whole lot. So Amber and Ray, let me see. Okay, so most of y'all said y'all would just move on. Most of y'all would just move on. Okay, and then some people, okay, it's getting real close. Some of y'all will just stay with them and not get married. Okay, gotcha. So Raiden finally told his family, so he goes over, he and Miss Brittany go over to see the family. He tells them, listen, surprise, I got a job. It's paying me about $15 an hour. And I'm like, okay, honey, you're gonna need more than that to pay off this restitution, but it's definitely a great start for you. Great start. Okay. He also brings up the restitution. I think he said he owed what, 143,000 or 148,000 he got to pay back. I'm like, oh girl. Brittany is wondering. So she's asking the family, like, y'all, what do you think I should do? Like, I'm not sure how it's gonna affect me. You know, I want to get married and stuff like that, but I don't know if I would have to pay the restitution or whatever, right? So the family is trying to convince her, leading with the uncle. It led with the uncle. The uncle spoke up immediately. Yes, help take care of my boy. Absolutely. Yes. And the family went ahead and brought it on home for her to try and make it make sense. Hey, Chanel, I'm from Alabama. I am from Alabama. Yes, she does. A little girl, the mom. Oh, she has a little girl. The mom was looking after her, but don't know who is now. Gotcha. I did not know that. Did not know she had a little girl. Okay. Yeah. So with Brittany and Ray, the uncle feels as though she should help him out with that restitution if she really wants to be with him. He also goes on and try to equate his restitution of 100 or some thousand to if her having a child. He would have to step in and take care of that child or something. And I said, we're not going to use that because guess what? She don't. She ain't got no motherfucking child. So what else is going on? And if they were to have a child together, that's their child. Excuse me? So why don't use that as an excuse to try and make your statement make sense? Because it don't. Okay? Not 100%. All right? So I didn't like that at all. I'm like, you sound like a man that sit up there and let a woman take care of you, don't you, sir? Oh, okay, then you. That's what it sounds like to me. What else ended up happening? Okay, so I would advise what I wrote down. I feel like this, Miss Brittany, you gonna have to pick your struggle, girl. You either gonna have to marry this man if that's what you genuinely want and help pay that restitution just to say that you married to somebody because that's what you want and that's how you want it to look. That's what you want it to look like in society. That hey, I'm married. Look at me. Okay, so you can go ahead and marry him and pay that restitution and help. Or you can take the L on not being married and fake it till you make it like Miss Yandy Smith and all the others. Because I just don't believe that she should have to pay that large amount of debt. I just disagree. You know that, and I was so glad that she spoke up and said that. She was like, I just feel like I shouldn't have to pay for what he went and did wrong. Right? I agree with that. Like, even if she did find him in prison, I still felt like, no, she shouldn't have to do that. That's your issue. I'm sorry. Like, it ain't like we buying a house for 140-some-thousand. Then I'll go half on you. But no, we're not gonna do that. If you can't pay, then the government coming after me. Ain't no point in both of us being down bad. Absolutely not. Okay, because see, we can buy this house that's 140-some-thousand and turn around and sell it and probably make a profit off of it. This right here is straight L's when it comes to the government. And if you don't pay on time, if you do miss out on the payment or whatever happens, baby, they're going to be over there trying to take mine. And it ain't no point in both of us being down bad. And that's just what I think. So if you want to take the Yandy Smith approach, I don't see nothing wrong with it, girl. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. His family is so odd to me. They give advice that I don't think they would follow. I was thinking the same exact thing. I was like, why are y'all telling this girl this when y'all know y'all wouldn't do that? I don't understand it. And it also was giving me this type of energy of, yeah, go ahead and marry him. So basically he could be your full responsibility and not ours. What else did you say? I'd marry him, but we help pay the restitution until we had been married for 3 or 5 years. Say that again. So you would marry him and you would, or no, you're saying you wouldn't help. You wouldn't. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for correcting that. Okay. So you would not help pay the restitution unless y'all have been married for 3 or 5 years. Child. But he gonna have to make sure he maintain a job within that time frame, right? Because any little slip up and y'all married, what's yours is his and his is hers and vice versa, all that other stuff, right? No, ma'am. Same thing with these ladies. They be married to these dudes and they owe all this money on child support. So if your husband can't pay, they're gonna be coming for you. They're gonna be on your head like, girl, go on pay your husband child support. This is what you agreed to when you signed on this dotted line. No, ma'am, no, sir. What else went on? So she also goes on to talk about her mama, y'all. I didn't like that. I did not like that because they wanted to know, like, has your mom met him or anything like that? And she was like, no. And they're like, why? Oh, she doesn't want to. Well, why doesn't she want to meet him? Oh, she wants him to prove himself, and he has to be like this, and he has to be like that. Da, 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 da. And from her opening her mouth about her mom, she's making it a more complicated situation for them because now they're starting to form an opinion about this man. I mean, not about this man, but about her mom. They may like the dad possibly, but they starting to form an opinion about her mom. So when they get around each other, it's probably going to be awkward. So I just felt like she should have left that off the table. So when they do meet and they do have an issue later on, I don't want to hear Brittany complaining about nothing because you laid down the foundation for how they should be perceiving your mom moving forward. Yeah, I'm gonna need him to get what you said exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna need him to get a lottery ticket or something. It ain't that much love on the love boat. Okay, no ma'am, he gonna have to get something. He need to get over there with Marcelino and find out how Marcelino keep hitting these jackpots and stuff down there in Las Vegas. That's what he need to do. Go on down there and see if Marcelino can help you get a few thousands at a time so you can go ahead and knock out this restitution, because I'm sure that's what Marcelino done did with Brittany. Help her knock out them bills. And I guess that makes sense, right? So if you got it and you know you probably can afford it or figure out ways to get it, then I guess it ain't nothing wrong with going ahead and marrying a person if you got a plan. But I'm always for having some type of plan. If you get into like a large debt, you got to be able to have a plan on how you're going to go ahead and get this stuff taken care of immediately. All right, so that's going to come with a lot of sacrificing. But if your mate has a plan, the person you're about to marry, and y'all can afford it, one or the other, then, and that's what y'all want to do, then good luck. Go ahead and do it. But it don't seem like Brittany has a plan, though. Brittany just wants to be married on paper. That's the thing for me, or at least not on paper, but more so to other people. She wants to be married. What Sam said, yeah, I still ain't marrying him or helping. I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I know some people feel like, well, she shouldn't have went down there and bothered him and got him out the house and stuff. I'm like, girl, listen. He ain't paying no bills. Now I know she went down there and got him out the prison, but she's helping him because he's staying in a nicer location, nicer place for free. He was staying for free in the prison, and now he over here staying in her house for free. But technically, I guess prison wasn't free. That's why he got their restitution, so he could pay back for all the time he was in there trigonite. But yeah, I wouldn't help pay either. You ain't paying no bills. You get food. I'm over here cooking. You get coup de trois. You got a whole house. You got a comfortable bed. Like you got any room. You got about 3 rooms in here you can walk to. Okay, so no, I'm not finna pay. I done made your life a bit more comfortable so that you can pay who you need to pay. No. Because all them $15 an hour finna be going to this restitution, honey. He better not buy not nan piece of a J. Not nan piece of Jordans. He better not. The restitution is the condition of his parole. It won't fall on her, married or not. He would just go back to jail. Good to know, Kirby. Thank you so much. So if it is all solely on him and not on her, because how Yandy made it seem on Love and Hip Hop was that Mendices owed a lot of money in restitution, which is why she would not move forward in marrying him. So that could fall on her. So I guess everybody's parole is different. Is that right? And if that is the case for this particular situation, maybe she can marry him and not pay nothing because it's not going to fall on her. She just going to have to be comfortable with him going back to jail if he don't pay that money. Which then she's going to want to pay up because she ain't going to want him to be in jail, child. Ray's family don't know the parts that Brittany left out when it comes to Ray. What parts did she leave out? Ray's family don't know the parts Brittany left out when it comes to Ray. What part is that? I hated the way she put her mom out there. She didn't have her mom's back in that convo. Why doesn't your mom want to meet? Well, the previous inmate I dated was abusive and took my money. Where was the grandma? See, this right here made me think about the grandma. What was the grandma at? Why y'all ain't have my girl at the family function? Y'all can't be sitting down me with Brittany without grandma around. I don't like that because grandma would have called her card out. Brittany wants a dependent. Yes, Brittany wants somebody that's gonna be some living DIC for her. They down bad, so they're gonna need her, if that makes sense. They're going to be somebody that's going to need her, always be coming to her. Yeah, she wants to feel wanted in everything. So she definitely wants a dependent. My family then had to come in and save my life. My mom was probably worried about losing her hubby for my dumb decisions. What? Hold on. Brittany wants arm candy. She's the type to give him money to pay for them to go out. She's so fake. I wouldn't be surprised if she is giving money. Here, babe, I'm gonna give you this so you could just, so she could just feel like he's taking care of her, even though she's still taking care of herself. Yandy a liar though. I think Yandy was more about child. It was more about child support to those baby mamas. It could have been all of that. Doesn't it depend on the state you live in? It could, Sam J. Yeah, feces has a different issue. That mess was child support, I thought. I don't know. I just know I ain't helping you pay for nothing but groceries, and I'm only buying the fishes. I thought it was from him going to jail, getting out of jail or whatever, going to prison, whatever he'll owe the restitution. Brittany's family don't know about the parts of Ray. What do you mean of that? What does that mean? What parts of Ray? Brittany's family doesn't know certain parts of Ray. What you mean? She hasn't told them nothing besides her dad. He's not that bad of a guy. He come from a good family. He just made some mistakes. I don't know why, girl, she should have just did her mama how she did her daddy. Girl, come over to the house real quick. Yandy didn't want to end up like Erica Jane. Yikes. I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure she did not. Okay, that isn't true. Once married, what's his is hers, and what's hers is his. Everything is split 50-50. And they will snatch your taxes and put liens on properties. That's what I thought, unless it's different by state. That's what I thought. 143K, girl, that is too much. I'm not marrying no man that bills may fall on me, period. I know this firsthand. My mother experienced that with my father. Whoo, girl, are they still together? She's still helping. But that's only if property is shared. Okay, then y'all, legal buffs out here in the comments, honey, because educate me. Educate me. But that's pretty much everything that happened on the episode, y'all. It really wasn't giving what it could have gave. It was just blah. It was blah. I feel like the best part of the episode was hearing the uncle and the family trying to convince Brittany to marry this man and take on, you know, his expenses or his debts or whatever, because this is why you got him out. You got him out because this is who you want and you want to be with him. And so now you got to deal with what comes with that. And I'm like, no, the hell she don't. She ain't got to deal with a damn thing. I don't know why y'all trying to convince her of that. Not if she don't want to. That's dead. I think Mendices had to pay restitution to victims. What victims? I thought he just sold drugs. Now, did he done went out and harm somebody? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, it was very boring, y'all. It was boring. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off because I gave y'all more than what I expected because it was so dry. Okay? So I gave y'all close to 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and hop off and chill before Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on. I might go live tonight for that. Not necessarily sure, but we shall see. If I don't go live, I'll probably get a video up tonight, though. But that's that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.